Laat het gras maar groeien, rij het nooit meer af, is zeker niet de favoriete slager van Luke. Dagdagelijks is hij hier in de weer, door weer en wind, om het veld te verzorgen en het te laten lijken op een vlakke biljarttafel waar het balletje heerlijk rolt.
Luke, good afternoon. We're here at the pitch at the stadium in OHL in Leuven. You're the groundsman, as you say it. You take care of our pitch. You work for Leicester, but since the, let's say, overtaking from King Power, they send you here to take care of our pitch, and I have to say, when we look around, it looks really good. How did you start doing this?
Basically, I played sports as a kid and then got involved through local clubs, just helping out doing their sports facilities, and then I just enjoyed it, so I decided to go down that route as a career path. Went to college, did a course involving it, and then luckily enough got work experience at a football club back home called Coventry City, and then just kicked on from there really, worked there for a long time, and then obviously on to Leicester, so that's how I started in groundsmanship.
There's like a specific course to become a groundsman.
Yeah, it's really grown since I started. There wasn't as many people doing it, but now it's a really big industry back in England. A lot of people consider it leaving school, and there's really big interest in it now. It's really kicking off.
That's the big difference between England and Belgium. In England, it's like a profession, a real profession. You're considered a pro in what you do, and here in Belgium, it's not a real profession.
Yeah, like back home, obviously every club has their own groundsman. It's full time, more than one in most cases. That's both at the training ground and at the stadiums. Some clubs have 2 or 3 training grounds, it'd be an academy site as well. But I will say there is a lot of people in Belgium that do what I do. It's not completely as if nobody does it. There's still people there doing it. It's just not as much recognised as it should be, I believe, back here in Belgium.
We have different kinds of pitches. We have the home field of Leuven. We also have the training ground. Is that also part of your job?
No. So there's somebody else separately does that down there. That's how we tend to work it in England. Like the sites will be, we work together as a team, but they're separated and have their own people at each site. Just because you get to know that site, that pitch, and you can really nail down what you're doing and specifics, because every pitch is different at the end of the day. So it does help if you get to know that one specific site, and then you can come together as a team with that person leading it is the best idea. But there's somebody down there separate doing the day-to-day runnings of the training ground for training, academy games, academy training. He looks after all of that.
Now it's getting colder and colder. I can imagine it's a big challenge to keep the pitch a little bit okay.
Yeah. We've got things to help. Obviously, we use the cover through the winter if we need to, for if it goes really cold, just to ensure the game's on. We don't want to lose a game. That's obviously our main goal, is to make sure that every game's played to schedule and the surface is right for that game. And also we've got various other things to help with the lighting rigs and just to keep that surface in tip-top condition for when the teams do play here, whether that be the under-20s, the first team, or any of the Belgian national sides that play here.
So you were telling us it's a sort of challenge when the colder weather is there, and we're next to the lighting rig. Can you tell us what this specific thing does?
Yeah, so as the winter draws in, obviously the light isn't as intense from up high, so this basically creates the same light you would get in the summer, but down low. And also if you feel underneath it, there's also some heat coming off it. That all aids in the recovery of the surface. And we use them all winter, and then all winter round they're used just to keep the grass growing and get it recovering. Not so much upgrowth, but knitting back together when there's a divot or stuff in games. But we use these a lot just to aid the recovery of the pitch all through the winter, and keep, especially this side that's always shaded from Tribune 1. We try and keep it good with the lights. That's just to improve the surface and keep it as good as possible. Without these, I'd be pretty lost, to be honest, on this side of the pitch.
And they're on 24/7?
Yeah, we run them 24/7 leading into games, but they're always moved. So we move them every 12 hours, to 8 to 12 hours. We try and move them, So that's weekends, so I'm always here, always moving the lighting rigs just up and down this wing, and then obviously you can see we've got the 2 goal rigs as well, just to keep them in good condition, because obviously goal miles are important for the goalkeepers, for their footing and pushing off to dive and stuff like that. So it's really important we keep that area of the pitch, the whole box, for penalties or when they do their warm-ups and stuff, we keep that in pristine condition as well, because that's one of obviously the most important areas of the pitch. There's a lot of important play in that area.
When I looked at the pitch, it looks really great, but I heard at the end of the season they're going to change it all over again.
Yeah, so we're going to completely reconstruct the surface right down, so it's got a full construction. That'll include everything from brand new drainage, new watering system, undersoil heating, complete reconstruction, building it back up to what we. It's going to be basically a copy of the King Power back home, similar construction, the same Deso Grassmaster system installed, which is strands that go into the ground just to create the sturdiness, the strength of the ground, and something for the roots to bind to keep the strength of the surface for exactly going into this time of year. Because if we didn't have it, then we wouldn't have the consistency and the strength, and you'd find a lot of players would slip and with bigger divots and bigger holes in the ground that I would have to fix. So yeah, we're going to fully reconstruct going into next season. So that's going to be a really exciting time, really exciting project to hopefully be involved in, and that's from everything, including the tracking as well. So this whole area is going to be completely brand new and a completely shiny new surface going into next season.
So next season we will have the best pitch in the country.
Well, they'll put it in. So hopefully it all going to plan. We'll have one of the best, yeah, and keep it up there. And yeah, hopefully it'll be one of the best. Don't want to say yeah, definitely, because it can all fall on your face, can't it? But hopefully, yeah, that's what our strive and our aim is to be. Obviously, you always want to be the best, and just to be up there and saying that we've got one of the better pitches in Belgium would be a great success going for next season. Going in with that brand new surface.
What's a regular day in your schedule look like?
So it depends all on fixtures, if we're after a fixture, before a fixture, and what I'm doing, if I'm prepping into a game or recovering from a previous game. So like now at the moment I'm just trying to recover from the last game and then slowly build into the next one. So it's always a process of fixing and then prepping, fixing and prepping into games and out of games. But day to day is slowing down now because of obviously the cold and conditions, but mowing, divoting, brushing, all the basic things that a groundsman would do day to day. Basically, everything that needs to be done is done to the highest standard so possible. With the weather is the biggest thing in Belgium. I think it's been really difficult getting used to how heavy the rain is. I mean, it rains a lot in England, but I've never seen rain like Belgium. It's very, very heavy when it comes, but it's a new challenge, and it's good to face myself with a new challenge and see how I cope with it.
Do you get angry when somebody walks on the pitch and they're not allowed to?
I wouldn't say get angry. It's like if somebody works at a desk, you wouldn't go and walk all over their desk. Essentially, the pitch is my desk. So I think people don't understand. They think you're being funny for not letting them walk on the pitch. But I think if one person does it, then everyone does it, and all of a sudden you've got 20 people. It's not just one person. But it does make a difference because people don't know what they've got on their shoes and stuff like that. Can affect the grass. I mean, it might not. It might. But it's just not worth taking that risk of anything damaging what I work so hard to try and keep pristine.
Did you play football when you were not being a groundsman?
I wouldn't say I attempted to play football back home. Yeah, I played a little bit on Saturdays and Sundays, but always working as a groundsman the whole way through my working life. I've always worked Saturdays and Sundays, so it's always been a struggle to play. But I've played as much as I can. I played a lot as a child. I think everyone wants to be a footballer when they're a kid, but it didn't quite work out, as you can see, because I'm now cutting the grass.
It's the same for me. Now we're sitting in the seats, but we're not players. But it's thing we're here already, right? Since you're from Leicester and you're in OHL now, do you support both clubs now, or?
Yeah, definitely. I think you always have to follow the team you're working for. It's just that level of it. You want the team to do well, because that aids you in the long run. If the team does well, you get more things along the way, more financial backing, more of a profile as a club. I mean, when Leicester won the league, I wasn't there, but all the boys saw how much suddenly our pitch was in the limelight just because the team had done so well. So a lot relies on the team doing well. So I do, yeah, definitely follow Leuven now, and I will do, even if I didn't stay, or I will always follow Leuven all the way through now. I'm a bit of a Leuven fan now.
That's nice to hear. Let's hope we can celebrate a promotion at the end of the season, and maybe that can convince you to stay.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great to be involved in that sort of. It'd be a great story that the club have been bought over by King Power, and we go straight into the top division and play get some big clubs here and some big nights under the lights, if you want, like you would say back in England. But yeah, it'd be good to see a promotion, some success. It'd be really good.